Hey everybody, it's Nate here with Goalie. If you don't already know us, our mission is to build tech tools for families with neurodiverse children. A lot of our families depend on Medicaid waivers to get the help and services that they need. This video is part of a series where we research these programs state by state and explain them to you jargon-free. Our goal is to help families like yours navigate this difficult process and get the help and coverage that you need.
Hey everybody, it's Nate here with Goalie. Welcome to our state-by-state Medicaid waiver guide series. We talk about the Medicaid waiver process in all 50 states, and today we're going to be talking about the state that produces the most of my favorite fruits, the state of Georgia. That was a peach, by the way, Georgia peaches. All right, so first of all, where am I right now? I'm currently on Goalie's forum page. To get here, you're going to go to forum.goalie.co, and it will take you to a forum page that looks just like this one right here. On this forum page, there's a lot of helpful information. There's some general life and kids advice. There's some Goalie-specific tips, questions, recommendations, some tech support. But we're going to be talking about our government waiver section today, and specifically the government waiver process in the state of Georgia. There we go. So Georgia has about 5 Medicaid waivers for children, but we're really going to be talking about 2 because we think that these 2 fit best for children with autism and for Goalie families specifically. You can expect to wait several years, so we just like to talk about the wait list before we get into it because there's a lot of work that goes into this process of applying for services, applying for these waivers, and you should know how long you're waiting and how helpful this can be to you immediately. So with that being said, it's not great in Georgia. You should expect to wait several years before you get access to waiver services. We're talking about 2 waivers today, which are the new options waiver, also known as NOW, and the comprehensive support waiver program, also known as COMP. And there are some 2 differences between these waivers. First one is that the NOW program provides less services for children that require less medical attention. COMP is kind of a step up from that program, and it requires and focuses on children who need more support, more medical coverage, more technology, more medical help. So the application process is very similar between the 2, and they follow the exact same structure. So we're going to talk about them together, but know that difference between the 2. All right, who can apply for these waivers? So according to the state of Georgia, these waivers are made for any child or adult who is diagnosed with either an intellectual or developmental disability, which includes a diagnosis of autism. Georgia requires that individuals meet and need an intermediate level of care. What this essentially means is that you don't require to be hospitalized. You're not required to be putting in a nursing home or institution. You just need some support and supervision throughout your everyday to get through your everyday activities. So what are the income requirements of who's eligible? So luckily, income eligibility is based entirely on child income, not parental income. So unless your child is bringing in tons and tons and tons of money in their own income, you should be able to apply and be eligible for this waiver based on income alone. All right, what do I get? So like I said earlier, there are some nuanced differences between the NOW program and the COMP program in terms of level of care, but we just provided a general list of services that seem to be similar on both of those programs, which is on our forum page right here. If you want more information, please feel free to click on this hyperlink here, which goes into more detail about the actual services provided by both programs. All right, how do I apply? Let's say that you're like, you know what? The NOW waivers for me, the COMP waivers for me. What is the actual process of applying? So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click on this web page here, which is the Georgia Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities website, and you'll find all of the necessary forms and an explanation of the detailed step-by-step process there. This website has a lot of other helpful information too that you can click on through different pages linked on their website. So we really recommend that as a helpful source, and they provide a more detailed step than we could provide in this video here, which is why we just link it in our forum post. All right, what does the Goalie team overall think of Georgia's process? So I mean, if we're just going to put it in one sentence and not talk about the rest, Georgia has 2 great waiver programs for children with autism. There's a lot of coverage. They are very easy to navigate. There's a website with all the information. However, there's a wait list, and there's a long wait list, so it's hard to actually get on these programs. Georgia currently has about 12,000 children on these programs, but there's about a 7,000 person wait list. It's pretty obvious that Georgia is not putting enough federal funding into these programs and restricting the amount of people on it. That's a problem, and it's something that Georgia needs to work on. These programs need to be ramped up heavily, but the actual idea of them and the navigation it takes to get to the helpful resources is there. So it's a little bit of positive, a little bit of negative. So with that, let's go on to our waiver scorecard. So based on the website clarity and ease of navigation, we gave that a 3 out of 5. Again, it was pretty straightforward, pretty clear about where to go. But some of the more nuanced differences between the two waivers, that took a little more details to talk to, and most states have a county by county call center that you can talk to for some more local information. We couldn't find that necessarily for the state of Georgia, so if anyone has any information on that, that would be extremely helpful. In terms of access and requirements of qualification, we gave that a 1 out of 5. Wait list, long wait list, 7,000 people waiting right now currently. That's before your family even applies. Clearly a problem, clearly failing in that category. In terms of coverage, you give that a 4 out of 5. There are 2 great waivers, and there are waivers for people who require a little bit less coverage and then a little bit more, which allows some people to apply for the right waiver and be given the right coverage, which is really a positive thing. So in terms of the coverage of these actual waivers, it's pretty darn good. It's just a matter of getting onto them. That's the problem. So we really do hope you found this video to be helpful, but we also know that there are a lot of great resources already out there. And so we linked some helpful websites on our forum posts. So feel free to check all of those out, and they're all really great and do different things, as you can see in the description of them. Additionally, we wanted to provide the phone number for the Georgia Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Services, which is right here. Give them a call. They can also help walk you through on a case-by-case basis, talk you through the application process if you're having some trouble with that website we linked up earlier. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope you found this video to be very helpful.
If you've gone through this process yourself and can add any color to our research, please share your experience in our forum. Your help would be greatly appreciated by families who are new to this. If you're just getting started yourself, don't worry. We're here to help. If you have any questions, ask them in our forum and we'll do our best we can to support you. And lastly, if you found this video helpful, let us know. Drop a like or leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you.